Hello, Facebook.
It's been a while. I just want to take a few minutes because of the time of year that we're in. The topic I want to speak on is very important. It's important all the time, but it's more so important now. People tend to focus on what they want to see happen in their lives in the future for the new year. And the topic I want to speak on is the power of reflection. It is so important for us to look back. If you're a driver, you know that before you go over into the next lane, you need to look in your rearview mirror. Not stay back there, but you need to glance and then move forward and move over to the next lane while it's safe. So today I want to talk a little bit about the power of reflection. It's important that you take time out to reflect, whether it be daily, monthly, weekly, or yearly. You must take time out to reflect. Think of a car stuck in the mud. When you're stuck, if you're a car or if you've driven a car and was stuck in the mud, you have to reverse. You have to go back before you can go forward. And you may have to do it a couple of times. You rock a little bit and then you get to the front. Then you're able to get out of the rut. As the new year comes upon you, comes upon us, all of us, we have to pause. We have to take time and look back. And there are three questions that I ask myself when I sit down to do my reflection. Yes, I do reflect. It's important for all leaders, every person, in order to grow, in order to change, in order to make things happen in your life, in order to see if you're growing, you need to pause and reflect. I do reflection daily, and it's sometimes very specific. For example, if I'm speaking anywhere, or if I've spoken anywhere, or if I've had a session, a one on one coaching session, I would sit down at the end of the night and look over some things. The three questions I normally would ask. The three questions are: what went well? What didn't go well? And the third is, what can I learn from what didn't go well? You can start there. Maybe you have your own tool, your own system in reflecting, but it's so important to pause and reflect. Like my teacher and coach, John Maxwell, says, it's important that we reflect over daily or monthly before you make a decision about your next move, about your next project, about your next relationship. You look back and see where you were and now how you want to move forward. It's important to assess, to look it all over. And when you look at things, you need to see it as it is. Not better than it is, not worse than it is, just as it is. You have to pause and make sure you're looking at it through the correct lenses. Sometimes we look at things and measure what we're looking at against other people and other situations. The name of my business is Look Within. Look Within Life Coaching. And usually, as I work with my clients, what I try to do is allow them to look on the inside. Because if we take care of the inside, the outside will get fixed eventually. But so many of us, we live in a superficial world and we focus just on the outside. What we're wearing, how many likes we have on Facebook, or who says this, who said that. You can't focus on that. It is important for you to know where to look. You have to look within. You have to pause and you have to reflect. As you reflect, and if you're honest with yourself, you will see the things that you need to change going forward. You are your own 411. You are your own rescue. The answer is on the inside of you, just like an oak tree or any tree. In the seed, that tree is in the seed. And if you put that seed on a windowsill and never plant it, and it never gets in the dark to sit, you will never get the fruit from that tree or get the benefit of the tree until that seed is put in the ground. It sits there for a while, and then it's watered, the sunlight come in. Before you know it, you have that tree, and in time you get the benefits of the tree, whether it's a fruit, the leaf, or the root, whatever it is that that tree provides you that you can use. So that's what reflection does. Reflection gives you an opportunity to look at things in an incubator, focus on it, and see what good can come out of it. In time, as you ask yourself those three questions: what went well, what didn't go well, and what can I learn from what didn't go well? Only then you will start to see growth. As you look over your life, and our focus has been on getting back up again. In order for you to get up and for me to get up, we've got to reflect. You've got to sit down and look at your relationship holistically. Whether it's your financial relationship, your personal relationship, your love life, or your relationship as far as your job, your business, you're writing a book, you're starting a business. In order for that to go well, in order for you to see areas where you need to fix or areas that is okay, this is good and that's good, but here are the areas where I can improve. In order to do that, you have to pause. You have to reflect. And you've got to be honest. And you have to ask the right question. Great leaders ask great questions. If you ask questions that are not wise, you will get unwise answers. I don't want to say stupid, but you will get answers that you don't really need and cannot help you. When you pause and reflect, you're tapping into the treasure and the power that's inside of you. The power in reflection is if you're honest with yourself, you will know that, okay, in this area, I need to change or improve. Maybe you may need to get a coach, or you may need to meet a counselor, or you may need to meet someone that can help you strategize in the business decisions that you're going to make. Or maybe your relationship is not what it's cracked up to be, or what you would like it to be, or how you would like it to be. But only you can make the difference. But you first have to recognize that there is an issue, that there is something to fix, that there is something to change, that you need to grow. You have to grow in order to get to the next level. And as 2019 is around the corner, it's right around the corner, it's looking, and you want things to be different in your life, you want to get back up again. You have to ask yourself the important things that you want to see. I have created dream boards. I live by dream boards. I create my vision on a board, just laid out what I want to see happen in 6 months or a year, 2 years, or down the line. And I create a picture of what I want to see in my life. And I sit down and I pray over it. And I look at it, and it's a living, breathing board. And maybe the next session that I do, speaking to you, I will show you my dream board. There are things that I want, and I have to keep it in front of me. It's important to have visuals, and reflection offer you that visual. I have a little notebook that I use. I have different notebooks, and I take notes and I reflect on my life. What do I want to do next? What are some things that I want to see happen in my life? What did I do well last year, last month, and where do I want to go in the next year? If you want your personal life, your spiritual life, your financial life, your health and wellness to be better, you have got to ask yourself those important questions and reflect. Do I need to cut out fast food if you're looking at your health? If you're looking at your finance, do I need to save? Do I put some money in the CD? What do I need to do? Do I need to get a financial planner? What are some things that I need to do to get ahead? To have the next year, the next month, the next 10 years be better than what it is now. Reflection is key to your future. It's key to your getting back up again. You have to see where you are for the truth of what it is. And then take the lessons one by one. Because if you don't take lessons, you're destined to repeat it. And you don't want to go around and around in circles and you're at the same place 6 months from now than that you are today. So it is important for you to reflect. When you reflect, you open up your heart and mind. You look at yourself. If you have some behaviors within you, you know you need to change, then you have to start. Sometimes it's hard, but you've got to do it anyway. Sometimes you're fearful, but you've got to do it anyway. You have to hold fear in one hand and faith in the other and jump. You've got to do it. When you reflect, you recognize where you have been timid or where you have been putting things off and excusing away or procrastinating. But this is the year starting now. Now is the moment. As Og Mandino said, I will act now. And you have to act now. Afraid and all, you've got to do it now. Sometimes someone else may have to hold the space for you and keep you accountable like a coach. Myself, I'm a life coach, so it's something that I can help you with. It is so important for us to not just dream, but action. Have an action plan. Action is the cure for it all. You pause and you reflect, but then you have to take action. Because without action, the reflection is really no good. It's not going to help you. Yes, it's good to see where you are, what you need to do, but then you have to do it. You must take action, and action starts now. Whether you're afraid or you're brave, you still have to act, and you have to act now. And there may be people around you that you see that you can reach back or reach to the side and hold their hand and bring them along with you. Help them to see themselves, offer to help them have a better perspective. Because that's how we're going to help each other get back up again. So the last time we spoke about relationship, how you speak to your man. And it is so important that we do to others what we want for ourselves. So if you want respect and growth and power and all these wonderful things and tenacity and you want to be unstoppable, you've got to start with you. Look within you and find the power that's on the inside. It may be as small as a mustard seed, but that small faith that you have on the inside of you is all that you need for now. You take the first step and you build on that. Before you know, it's a snowball effect. So it moves from a mustard seed to maybe an olive seed or olive, and then maybe to an orange or a grapefruit and a watermelon. But that's how you build up your faith. You start where you are. You start with what you have, and you don't stop. You keep going. You keep being brave every day. Through the teeth chattering and all, you keep on going. So for the new year, make plans, but also have a plan of action. Strategize, but have an action plan. Make a decision. That's the first step. You decide where you want to go, what you want to do. You reflect upon it. You ask the right question, and then you make your move. Until next time, God bless you. Keep on moving forward and never stop getting up again. You may fall 7 times, but get up on the 8th time. You can do this. I promise you. I've done it, and so can you. Have a great, happy, wonderful rest of the week until we talk again.